Hello and welcome to the video. This is going to be a video where I go over everything that's included in this listing, the condition of each item, what's included, what isn't, and the aim of it is just to make sure that whoever is interested in buying these has as much information as possible and to as closely replicate you being able to see them in person as possible through this video. So let's get into it. So we'll start with the 5 on the back row. We have Dragoon MS. Is that focusing? I can't tell. We have Dranzer MS. We have Gaia Dragoon MS. Driger MS, Draciel MS. They come with their original boxes. Please note that the little plastic windows that go on the front of the box are glued on in the factory back in the day. However, unfortunately on Gaia Dragoon, Driger MS and Draciel MS, that little plastic window has detached from the box. It's still included, it is still in the box, but there's essentially some glue that goes around the rim of this box that sticks that window on, and the glue has dried up due to the age, because obviously these Beyblades are like 20 years old now. So the original sticker sheet and leaflet inside each one is included. Gaia Dragoon and Dragoon MS, their bit of stickers are still in the little baggie. But on Dranzer, Driger and Draciel, they're no longer in the baggie. Doesn't really make any difference, they're still mint condition and unused, but just to make you aware of that. The only exception to these 5 Beyblades is Draciel, because a couple of the stickers have been applied, as you can see. You'll also notice that some of the stickers, i.e. this one and the one on the back, have been applied, but are also still on the sticker sheet. I don't know how I managed that. I've got a couple of Draciels and I think I just mixed up some of the sticker sheets when I was sticking those stickers on. Apart from that, these are still all unused. So I'll quickly go over the boxes now. I really like the box designs on these. They're really funky and iconic, I think. There's a lot going on. They look very cool, in my opinion. Lots of information and detail. I love the pictures of the characters as well. They look really cool. As I say, the plastic windows on these two, the glue is still doing its job there, but on these last 3 it is struggling a little bit and has come off. The little plastic window has come off, but it is still inside the box. And depending on how you're planning on displaying these and keeping these, if you are planning to put the Beyblades back in the box as they are, like this, then the Beyblade pushes the plastic window back up against the box anyway, so you can't actually notice that the glue is dried up. These are such iconic Beyblades. I am sad to see them go, but I need the money, unfortunately. As you can see, I think wherever was selling this Beyblade back in the day has probably put some sort of sale sticker or something on the back of it, which has gone a little bit yellow. Now I'm going to try and get my phone to do a macro shot now of each of these for you, just so that you can see. Oh, that's good that I didn't forget. The display stickers on all of these have never been removed except for Dragoon. Now, unfortunately, I'm a little bit OCD and I noticed that the display stickers that come on these Beyblades in the box was ever so slightly not centered, and I thought I would peel it off and try and stick it back on, and unfortunately it did split. You can kind of see it, where's my finger? You can kind of see it running along there. I've tried my best to stick it back on as close as possible, but you can kind of see the line on that, so please be aware of that. Dranzer's is still as it was when it was new, as is Gaia's, although you can see it's kind of starting to peel off a little bit with age. I'm sure if you just pressed it down it would stick back down though. I've got Trigger. I think Draciel's is also starting to peel up as well, just to make you aware of that. Obviously these Beyblades are, how old are they? 2002 I think? The age is somewhere on here. I'm sure they're 2002 these. I could be wrong though. I think they're 2002, they could be 2004, but they're practically 20 years old either way. So hopefully that's the condition covered with those. So we'll move on. Dragoon MSUV. So this does not come with the original box like the others, but it does come with the original ripcord and launcher. Stickers are a little bit tatty, no biggie, still looks really nice. The downside to this MSUV is that it has yellowed slightly. Now if I just pop my phone down for a second, get the case open. The condition itself is really good. I don't think this has ever been battled. I've never battled it. I believe the previous owner never battled it. I think the condition speaks for itself on that. Come on, phone. However, the downside to this Beyblade is that essentially everything white, whether it's the plastic, the stickers, has yellowed slightly. Now, hopefully, if I pop the case open on this dude, hopefully we might be able to see that. When Dragoon MSUV is on its own, you really can't see. You can't really tell. However, when they are next to each other, you can kind of see that MSUV is just not quite as white. It's got like a slight creamy colour to it. The part that's most affected actually is the stickers on the customised case. They're actually fairly yellowed. I mean, okay, I'm not trying to exaggerate it too much because it's not terrible, but they have yellowed a little bit. Hopefully that is coming across in the video. So I do really need to make you aware of that. I noticed it when I displayed one of my Dragoon MS's next to it, and I was like, oh, that's not quite as white as the Dragoon MS. So yeah, please be aware of that. I've done my best to show it in the video. It doesn't massively show up too well, but take my word for it, it's not super perfect, dazzly white as it once was, just so you know. So we'll move on to Dragoon MF. So very carefully taking out a display box. This does not come with the original box. It comes as is, but it does include this cute little display box. I don't believe it's ever been battled. I certainly haven't battled it. I don't believe the previous owner did either. And I think the condition probably confirms that. You can kind of see the stickers aren't perfect, but they're pretty close. Depending on how serious of a collector you are, you may be aware that Dragoon and Dranzer MS actually come with I think it's four, it could be 3, different colour running core stickers, and you can kind of choose which one you put on. So just so you can be aware, the yellow running core sticker is the one that's been applied to this. Also carefully flip it over and so you can see the condition of the running core. I did actually polish these. I bought these about a year ago when I spent a couple of days polishing the metal. You can kind of see that it's still held up the shine quite well. They're not as shiny as when I first did it, but they are still pretty shiny to be fair, which is quite cool. So we'll move on to Dranzer now. Dranzer is in really good condition as well. I've never battled it. I don't believe the previous owner did, and again I think the condition speaks for itself. If we just get that up to the light, just so you know that it's not damage, that's just where the plastic has been removed from the mould during manufacture. A little bit there if you can see it. As you can see, it's pretty obvious it's never been battled. Stickers are in really good condition. It's a beautiful Beyblade, this. And I'll flip it over so you can see the bottom. As I say, I polished these about a year ago. They're still looking all right. They're still shinier than they were when I got them. But they're not quite as sparkly gleamy as when I first did it, but they still look pretty good. So the last two is Advanced Averazer, still in the bag, and Black Dranzer MS. So Black Dranzer MS and the Advanced Averazer Beyblade come in the MA-10 battle set. I've never battled this. In fact, I only took it out of I bought an MA-10 battle set a couple of weeks ago. So this has only really just come out of the box. Bit of dust on there. Really good condition. You can see it's never been battled. It's in really good condition. You get the sticker sheets for both. As you can see, MA-10 HMS Set. The stickers from this have been put on the launcher. I did that about a week ago because I wasn't planning on selling any of these Beyblades. It's a bit of a last minute decision that I'm selling these. Very sad to part with them, but need the dollar, so it is what it is. So the last thing to go over is the launchers and ripcords. So all the original ripcords and launchers. This is Draciel's. This is Dranzer's. Get it into the light so you can see it better. This is Gaia's. You can see I've done a similar thing somehow with this ripcord as I've done with Draciel, where I've got several of them and I've applied the stickers to this from a different sticker sheet, but just so you can see there, the stickers are still sealed. So, and I haven't apparently done the best job of sticking our sticker on, so you can remove those if you want and stick those on instead. So that's that. Now we've got Dragoon MSUVs, which I think I showed you earlier. We've got Dragoon MS's launcher. And we've got Dranzer's / Advanced Averzer's red launcher, which we went over before. So hopefully, if I can get my phone to stop being silly, hopefully that's covered everything, and I hope that that's provided you with a bit more confidence in the listing. Excuse me. And I hope that's been informative for you. Obviously, as you can see, these 5 Beyblades have been taken out of the box. There's actually a couple of reasons why I did that. I've been scammed in the past because the only part that's visible from the outside of the box is this. You can't see the stickers, you cannot see the launchers, and you can actually barely see the bit chip when it's in the box. It's partially covered by the bottom of the box. And unfortunately, sometimes sellers like to scam you, and they like to carefully open the box and remove parts and either don't bother replacing them at all, or they replace them with non-original parts. So now I always open them very carefully to make sure that everything is inside as it should be. This has protected me in the past, as it will protect you with this listing from me, because you can see everything is included, and there's no possibility for any deceptive practices there, because you can see what you're getting. I've actually got a good example next to me. This cost me in total £480 to ship to the UK. I was really excited because I've always wanted a boxed one of these. This is not included in the listing, by the way. This is being sent back. I bought this. It was supposed to be new and unopened, but you can actually see, if we zoom in a little bit, you couldn't really see it. As I say, the bottom of the box covers the bit chip quite a lot, but if we tilt it, you can actually see that's a white Driger MS bit chip. And I was very upset when I received this. I then opened the box to find that the ripcord and launcher had also been swapped with non-original ripcord and launcher. It's supposed to come with a black and a red one. I think it came with a blue and a red one. So it had clearly been opened and sold as unopened. So this is why it's good to have everything laid out. It protects me, it protects you, and it doesn't really affect anything because they're still practically as new. The other reason, these are obviously nearly 20 years old, and these ripcords, when they are boxed in the factory and back in the day, they sort of wrap around the inside of the box, and they're very bent, and they sadly have a habit of snapping inside the box with age. So I wanted to make sure that I opened them and got the ripcords out so that they were no longer under so much pressure from being bent inside the box. Luckily, all of these ripcords are absolutely fine. So I got quite lucky there with these, because I have had some in the past that were snapped inside the box. So I think that's everything. If you've got any questions at all, you can drop them in the comments. You can message me on eBay, which is one of the places that these Beyblades are going to be for sale. I'll put the link to that in the description. So you can ask me questions on eBay, you can ask them in the comments section. I want to make sure, given how expensive and valuable this collection is, that whoever is going to own it and buy it from me has as much confidence and satisfaction with the information that's been provided to them, so that they can make an informed decision and be happy with what they receive. So any questions, let me know. Hope this video helped. I'm sorry about the sort of blurry picture. My iPhone just does not want to focus. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.